Like damn, she in her mood. 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 She lit.
Hey my babies, it's Auntie Trice with another video for you. If you have not done so, please head on over to all of my other social media platforms and follow me on there. They are going to be listed in the description box up underneath this here video. Click the like button on your way in here, my babies. That's a quick and free way to support Auntie's channel and push me through the algorithm. I so greatly appreciate it. And don't be afraid to subscribe to Auntie's channel today, because you know you're coming back, and I know you're coming back, my babies. So why haven't you done it? I got my handy dandy phone, and it's time for us to get into the tea for today. Well, first we're going to get into a little bit of political news where President Donald Trump says he can't guarantee that the prices won't go up for Americans if he places tariffs on Mexico, China, and Canada. He says he doesn't believe the economists. I'm getting so tired of the orange man. Let's get into this story, guys, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
One of your signature promises on the campaign trail, which was to end inflation, to lower prices. You are now proposing tariffs against the United States' three biggest trading partners. Economists of all stripes say that ultimately consumers pay the price of tariffs.
I don't believe it.
Can you guarantee American families won't pay more?
I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee tomorrow.
Every day this motherfucker proved that he just don't give a fuck. He gonna do whatever it is that he want to do, as long as it keeps him out of jail and it keeps his pockets fat. Okay, let me explain to y'all what an economist is and their specific job description to the president, you know, in reference to the president or the government, period. So I'm getting my source from Google, guys. I asked them, what is an economist? And they gave me the definition as well as the key aspects of an economist's work. So let's get into it, okay? An economist is a professional expert who studies, analyzes, and interprets data to understand how society uses limited resources to produce and distribute goods, services, and money. They forecast market trends, advise businesses and governments on policies, and research topics like inflation, labor, and international trade. These damn tariffs that he's doing, period. So that is the definition, you guys, of an economist. Pretty much he is or she is an advisor to businesses, government entities, and things of that sort. They are pretty much letting you know how America's economy is right now, and the state of the economy, whether we should be doing certain things because of it, okay? And I'm pretty sure, like, that woman just reported on the news while she was with Trump. She just reported and said all economists are telling Trump that you raising these tariffs on international trade and all of that stuff with these people, the American people, the consumers, are going to suffer because everything is going to rise. He don't believe it. People who actually got actual degrees, PhDs, masters in economy, he does not believe them. These particular people have been hired to advise President Trump that no, don't do this because our economy is a little weak right now. Don't do this because that's going to make the American people suffer. He said, I don't believe shit that you're saying. I'm going to do what I want to do. He don't listen to none of his advisors, nobody who's there to help him really and advise him to do something. Otherwise, he's not listening to them. Who is he listening to? Because I know he ain't listening to himself. Is it freaking Israel? Are you listening to them? Because I heard that America has been sold to Israel for a long time now. Is it not? Oh, I'm going too deep. Let's move on. Let's keep going. I'm going to describe to you the key roles of an economist. Let's keep reading. Economists focus on topics such as employment rates, consumer spending, interest rates, tax laws, and trade. Right? Okay. So they work for governments, advising on policy, private corporations, analyzing market data and strategy, non-profits, and academic institutions. Okay. For the qualifications for this position, most of them require at least a master's degree, because a master's degree is lower than a PhD. They require a master's degree, with many requiring a PhD, although some entry-level government jobs accept bachelor's degree. Most positions require at least a master's degree. Stop playing with me, okay? Economists play a vital role in interpreting economic data to inform strategic decisions for businesses and the development of public policy. And because they play such a vital role like that, they have to look out not only for the American people, they also have to look out and see what's going on in the world, seeing how that can affect the American people. See, there are two types of focus that economists look at. It's microeconomists, which they study the decision making of individuals, households, and firms. Pretty much here in the U.S., they just focusing on us people here. But macroeconomists study the economy as a whole, including regional, national, or global trends, seeing how that's going to affect us on the inside. So they got to look on the outside, saying, okay, what's going on out there? Is that going to affect the American consumers? So they have to look out for us on a very, very important way. And Trump's not taking none of their advice, not listening to not one economist that he has hired. Well, I don't think he hired them. They were already hired. Then here he is sitting down with them because it's his turn to sit down. He won the presidency. So he has them here in his cabinet, and he's not listening to no one. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. Or is he? I really do believe that there's somebody else behind Donald Trump. I really do. I just don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Israel. I don't know if it's Russia. I don't know who it is. But somebody is behind Donald Trump making him do these things. So in closing, I just want to tell y'all, your president don't give a fuck about you, and your government ain't never gave a fuck about you in general, okay? They don't care about you. You are another number. You are another dollar sign. Point blank, period. This man can't guarantee that y'all gonna be living a less expensive 4 years while he's in presidency, but he can guarantee that he ain't going to jail. He can guarantee that he's gonna remain rich. He can guarantee those things for himself, but he can't guarantee y'all nothing, and he ain't trying to guarantee y'all nothing. Okay, it is what it is with him, and what you see is what you get. That's sad, y'all. I'm praying for us. I'm praying for America for these next 4 years. This is crazy. Next on the docket, we have TikTok filing an emergency motion to stop the U.S. ban. TikTok requested the emergency pause of a law set to ban the popular social media app next month. We might get a little time before TikTok is officially banned in the U.S. The company has reportedly requested an emergency pause to temporarily halt the ban. A temporary lifting of the measure would afford the Supreme Court time to determine whether it should review this exceptionally important case. Attorneys for the Department of Justice urged the federal court to reject TikTok's request for a temporary injunction. The DOJ said it plans to file a formal motion opposing TikTok's request as soon as they can, but the government agency urged the court to reject TikTok's request even before then. So the reason why the U.S. is fighting this hard to put the ban on TikTok, I really do believe they just want a piece of TikTok. They want to reap the residuals of TikTok. So they see that China is making money off of the American people. They want to be making money off of the American people. So they need to be in on this TikTok app. That's all that is. Man, let's move on. I told you, your government don't give a fuck about you. It's all about money, and it's all about capital. It's all about the money. All right, you guys. So the streets have been in an uproar since Jay-Z was named in this sexual assault case against a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. So we got people supporting Jay-Z, and we also got people who are not supporting Jay-Z. One of those people that are not supporting Jay-Z and is laughing at him right now is Drake, okay? DJ Academics got a few words for you, Drake, and he said you don't need to be smiling or rejoicing in nothing, okay? And I totally agree. You don't need to be smiling and rejoicing in nothing, because we got some tea on you too, okay? We got some tea on you too that you like little girls out here too, and we finna get into it. That's how you get yourself put in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you when you start doing little shit like this, laughing and picking and being petty. Now we gonna have to pull up your teeth. But now we gonna get into academics and his words for you, and then I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary, okay?
Wait, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Drake right now is probably cracking a smile, even though I think nobody should crack a smile. You know why?
Well, it took this story took the light off him.
Well, here's the thing. The reason I think nobody should crack a smile, after they come for Jay-Z, who they gonna come for next? This isn't about certain type of individuals.
And I hate to agree with DJ Academics, but I see it for what it is, and I understand what's going on here. This isn't really about Diddy. This isn't really about Jay-Z. This is really about the rap culture and the hip-hop culture as a whole. They trying to shut it down. And they taking away the key operators and the key players in the hip-hop and rap culture. They coming for y'all. They locked in on y'all. And I think they trying to lock in on y'all to keep us away from them Epstein files. But we still want to see them. Release them. Oh, but this ain't about these Epstein's files. This is about Drake and his little freaky behavior. I have exposed on this channel before about Drake's little escapades. Drake is like 36, 37 years old. And he likes these young 19, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old girls. I had exposed not too long ago that Drake was in the inbox of a 19, 20, 21-year-old girl. And his ass is like 37 years old. The reason why Drake likes these young girls because he has a young mind himself. And ain't no grown woman gonna be able to put up with that childish ass nigga. So he likes dealing with children, okay? Granted, the children are grown when he decides to come and step to them. You know, they are of legal age, but they are still too young to be fucking around with you. Okay? And let me tell you something. Millie Bobby was not of age at all. Oh, we gonna get into Miss Millie Bobby. Millie Bobby was not of age at all when you started fucking with her and inboxing her. Now, I don't know if y'all had a sexual encounter, but y'all was texting each other and DMing each other a lot for somebody as old as you was over Millie Bobby. Millie Bobby was still a teenager and your motherfucking ass was in your 30s talking to Millie Bobby. That's pedophile behavior, Drake. So you need to keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Don't smirk, don't smile, don't do nothing. Because they could be on your ass next. Didn't Kendrick Lamar just expose that you a pedophile? That he know you been out here dealing with little kids. Okay? All right. Let's get into this young lady exposing Drake again for dealing with children. But you laughing about Jay-Z. Shut your mouth.
Can you imagine if there was a grown man where throughout his adulthood, well into his 20s and now into his late 30s, he's consistently caught, just being really interested in teen girls and their interests, whether it's, I don't know, high school basketball or acting. And then the teen girls are always talking about the fact that they like text and they're really good friends when he's like 10 years older than them. I don't know, I just feel like that would be so crazy to watch in real time happen. Because I don't know about other grown adults, but me in my late 20s, I'm just not finding teens to be friends with. Especially meeting them at 14 years old and then, being really great friends, like texting them. It's just not something that I really am doing as an adult. Definitely not telling these random teenagers that I miss them so much and giving them advice on their adolescent relationships. I don't know. Some would call it a pattern. Especially if it's been happening for years and we've seen so many examples of this behavior from them. And then every time it gets brought up that it's a little like, bizarre, the teenagers have to go make a statement to, defend the friendship. While the adult in question never really says anything. It's just so weird. Yeah, I just can't really imagine that because if a grown adult man was doing that, someone would have to alert people, right? Like, that's just not normal. We've seen this before. Maybe I'm tripping, I don't know.
I just want to give a quick shout out to this content creator whom I took this video off of her page, Miss X Tina B. Her real name is Christina Brown. She hit the nail on the head with this, guys, and I'm actually using her video because I want to actually break down some of these messages that she showed in her video. Okay, we're going to break down some of this stuff and the real reason why Drake needs to keep his pussy ass mouth closed. Okay, don't smile, don't grin, don't smirk, don't say anything when it comes to children. Okay, because you apparently been doing too much as it is. Okay, this is why R. Kelly's behavior was swept underneath the rug. If you look at what Drake is doing now, this is kind of like what R. Kelly was doing back in the day, but he actually executed upon it. Drake ain't executed upon nothing yet that we know of, okay? But you're out here talking to these little girls like that about their relationships and everything else. Oh no, sir. That is not normal. That's not normal. So let's get into some of these messages and some of these articles that Miss Christina B posted on her TikTok page. And let's get into the reason why Drake need to keep his motherfucking mouth closed, nigga. Let's get into it. So this article was written in September 2018 about Millie Bobby Brown and Drake. Millie Bobby Brown and Drake text about how much they miss each other. He's great, Millie Bobby Brown said. So let me show you how old Millie Bobby Brown was in September 2018, just 6 years ago, okay? And how old Drake was in September 2018, just 6 years ago, okay? Let's get into it. All right, y'all, we are getting this from Wikipedia. Millie Bobby Brown, who is now Millie Bobby Bon Jovi, I think that's how you say that. Please forgive me if I said it wrong because she's married now. She was born February 19th, 2004. She is a British actress and film producer. She gained international recognition for playing Eleven in the Netflix science fiction series Stranger Things. Okay? That's where Drake knows her from, Stranger Things. He claims that he fell in love with her character from Stranger Things, and that's why he started even contacting Millie Bobby Brown. But Millie Bobby Brown was born February 19th, 2004. So that means by September 2018, do the math. Go ahead, I know you can do the math. That girl was only 14 fucking years old. She was only 14 years old by September 2018. Now let's look at Drake. So at the time of this publication, which was in September 2018, Drake was 31 years old. He turned 32 October 24th, 2018. A 31-year-old texting a 14-year-old telling her that he misses her. And nobody sees anything wrong with that. This young man is 17 years older than she is. Because, yes, he was 17 years old when she was born. He turned 18 in October. Millie Bobby was born in February. So he was 17 years old when she was born. You are 17 years older than this young lady. And you texted her, you miss her. What do you miss? Because what do you have in common with her? By the time Millie Bobby was born, and she was even able to understand who you were, sir, you were already signed the Cash Money, all that. You was already signed doing your thing with Lil Wayne them and all. By the time this girl was even able to walk, you was already doing your thing with Lil Wayne them. Boy, you nasty, boy. You're nasty. And nobody sees a problem with this. And he is not related to her in any way. So why in the hell is he texting her? Period. He's not related to her. He don't know her like that. You 30-some years old texting a 14-year-old talking about you miss her. What do you miss? Man, your life was already off and up the road by the time Millie even started walking really good. That's crazy. He should have been investigated then. So he don't need to be relaxing and having a sigh of relief because we looking at Jay-Z. No, we need to be looking at all y'all. Nigga, you ain't off our radar just because Jay-Z is in the headlight right now. He's in the forefront. No, you're not off the radar either. Now I'm going to show you why you still don't need to be smirking, grinning, or having room to breathe. None of y'all do. So this next article is from June 20th, 2016. Haley Baldwin opens up about great friend Drake. And you see they put that in quotation marks because Haley Baldwin was not supposed to be friends with someone as old as Drake. Okay, so let's read this article. The model discusses her relationship with rapper Drake at the iHeartRadio Much Music Video Awards. Let's get into it. The article opens up with what's going on between Haley Baldwin and Drake. Well, according to the 19-year-old model, Drake is a great friend, but nothing more. Baldwin opened up about their friendship on the red carpet at the iHeartRadio Much Music Video Awards on Sunday, telling E! News that the two have been friends for about 4 years. I've known Drake for a long time. I don't know if people really know that, Baldwin said. There is a lot to unpack here in just this small little paragraph from the article. Okay, first of all, this article was published in 2016 when Haley was 19 and Drake was 29. He was about to turn 30 in October of that year. Why in the fuck does a 30-year-old man have a friendship with a 19-year-old girl? And that's not only the scary part. He started talking to her 4 years prior to her being of legal age to talk to. So do the math. If he started talking to this girl 4 years prior and she was 19 years old at the time of this article, he started talking to that girl when she was 15 years old. So Drake had to be about 26, 27 years old talking to a 15-year-old girl. And we don't see anything wrong with that. We don't see anything wrong with that. Drake hasn't been investigated. Drake ain't been arrested. Nothing. Ain't nothing happened to this boy. And Drake has been getting away with this for years. They have been sweeping all of this under the rug because he has not done anything illegal as of yet. But this is very creepy for him to be talking to these young girls. Trust me, we got more evidence. Let's keep going. This next article was posted on November 30th, 2019. People are calling out Drake after Billie Eilish revealed he texts her. Why is Drake texting 17-year-old Billie Eilish? That's a good question, and we want answers to it. Because by November 30th, 2019, Drake was very much 33 years old. He was 33, fuck a 32. He had turned 33 by this time. That's crazy. 33 years old texting a 17-year-old girl. We need answers. We need answers. Let's get into this story. Oh, I love him, Millie said when she was asked about her unlikely friendship with Drake. And Millie is Billie Eilish, guys. That's her Instagram name, and that might be her real name too, but that's Billie Eilish. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. We just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much. And I was like, I miss you more, she said, before adding, he's coming to Atlanta, and I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited. He gives me advice about boys. He helps me. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him. Definitely sounds like grooming. Definitely sounds like grooming. Anyway, that's not in the article. Let me keep reading. The pair first met at a Drake gig in Brisbane in November 2017 when Millie headed backstage and later shared a snap of the pair hanging out on Instagram. This guy, the heart emoji, she wrote to her 17 million followers before Drake later also shared a picture of the two of them with the caption, Hawkins' very own. All right, y'all know we got to do some number crunching. So this article was published in November 2019 when Billie Eilish was 17 years old. But she reported, that she had been talking to this man 2 years prior. In November 2017, she started talking to him, So if she started talking to him in November 2017, she was 15 years old, And Drake, who was 33 at the time of this publication, was 31 years old when he started talking to 15-year-old Billie Eilish. Why hasn't this man been investigated yet? Why is he talking to these young girls like that? Billie Eilish ain't the only one that he did this with. A little girl named Lil Cece. Let's pull up Lil Cece.
I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates.
And this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball. I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh, shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh, my God.
He followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, he ends up, like, right next to me, and I'm like, right along with them. I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck? And then he was like, Cece, do you still make beats? First thing he says, like, doesn't even say anything else. Do you still make beats? I was like, yeah, even though I was just like deep into my modeling career.
Because you hadn't
like,
even met him in real life at this
no,
point, right?
I had never met him in real life. So I was like, oh shit.
And so he skips the introduction and everything?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was so nervous. I was like shaking damn near. I was like, yeah, I still make beats. I still make beats. And he was like, okay, cool, send me some. Walks off. But Drake is really an owl. Like, he's really an owl. So I got a text and I was just like, who is up right now? Like, it's like 3, 4 in the morning. Like, and it was Drake. I was like, oh shit, Drake texted me.
Right.
I was like, oh fuck. And he was in the studio. He was sending me like a video. And he was like, he sent me a video of this song. Like, not of him, but it was like just, you know, like rocking to the
playing,
beat. And and it was like a little bit done. And then I was like, oh shit, like this song. And I heard Lil CC Let It Slap with the bass. I was like, oh fuck, oh shit. Yeah, so he took it serious. Like, oh, you were serious. Like, you know, like I just thought he was just trying to be nice or like, you know, give me that boost of encouragement. Like, oh, I see you, you know, but no, he actually fucked with my beat, you know, enough to make it a single.
Lil CC, let it slap with the bass. I used to save hoes with a mask and a cage.
All right, y'all. Lil CC tried to make this sound so innocent. God bless her heart. But there's nothing innocent about a grown-ass man going to a high school, okay? He doesn't have relatives there. His little sister or his little cousins. They don't go to that school. But he's going to different high schools looking at girls' basketball games because he's a fan of girls' high school basketball. Not even college. High school basketball. And y'all don't think there's nothing weird with that. Because she really tried to make this sound innocent. Because we're not going to skip past the fact that he met Lil CC through her friend. So he was talking to another girl at that damn school and following her on Instagram before he even met Lil CC. That's crazy. And there's nothing wrong with this pedophilia behavior. There's nothing wrong with it. That's very much grooming, guys. There's nothing wrong with it. But you got R. Kelly locked up right now. Oh, we ain't finna do that. I'm not finna get my emotions all high because I see it for what it is. Drake, it's something wrong with that young man. And y'all ain't investigating him. Y'all ain't done nothing. And you ain't gonna do nothing until you find a young girl in his damn bed. Or until she come out online and say, I was at Drake's house and Drake was doing this and this and that to me when I was 16 fucking years old. That's crazy. And then he up texting this girl at 3, 4 in the morning. She's a high school student. You're texting her at 3, 4 in the morning talking about, look at this. I'm doing this with your beat. I'm doing that with your beat. No, you could have, make a video showing her you're in the studio. But then you could have texted her in the morning. I don't even like the fact that you texting her, period. Do any of y'all parents know that y'all was in communication with a big old grown ass nigga like Drake? Or did they not care? Just like those parents of the victims of R. Kelly, they didn't care. They literally sent their young girls, their children, off with this man, knowing that they underage girls wasn't supposed to be with this grown ass man, but because R. Kelly was paying them for their daughters, they let that shit happen. It sounds like the same exact thing is going on to me, except for the fact Drake ain't touched nobody yet that we know of. Because I'm just gonna be honest, y'all, I got a feeling that he done something, but these girls are covering it up low key. And the parents are covering it up as well. These parents need to be investigated too, because they know what the fuck is going on. Stop playing with me. Everybody know what's going on. Everybody know. Investigate everybody. But I'm going to make this last point and then I'm going to get up off Drake. I'm going to make this last point and then I'm going to get up off Drake. This is another reason how you know that something is wrong with what he's doing with these young girls. When he was getting crushed after that article that I just discussed with you guys between him and Billie Eilish, right? When he was getting crushed off of that article, because people was coming at him like, boy, what's wrong with you? You 30-some years old texting a 15, 16-year-old girl. Are you out of your mind? People was coming at Billie Eilish and asking her reasonable questions like, where your mama at? We need to talk to her. Do she know that you talking to a grown-ass nigga? You understand what I'm saying? People was asking questions. Billie Eilish got in her feelings and decided to go to Instagram and any other type of publication that would hear her story and proceed to tell us that Drake is not a pedophile. He's my friend. There is nothing weird with what's going on between me and Drake. Y'all are being too sensitive. Drake is my best friend. Y'all are being sensitive about it. You should look the other way. I love Drake. He gives me great advice, even about boys. He even tells me how to wipe my cooter. That's what she told us. Not in a sense, you know. Guys, y'all know I'm being funny when I said that, right? She didn't actually say that Drake told her how to wash her cooter or wipe her cooter. She didn't say that. I just said it like that. But in a way, you might as well say that she's saying that. She's pretty much saying, like, we need to mind our business, and we being too sensitive to the fact that a teenager is talking to a grown man, somebody that is over 15 years older than her. Okay? So that's how you can tell she young as fuck. She don't know nothing. You young as fuck and you don't know nothing. It's okay. Sooner or later, one of these days, you're going to look back at it when you're in your 30s and look at it and be like, oh shit, that was off as fuck what Drake did to me. And then you're going to victimize and traumatize yourself in your 30s when we were telling you this already in your teens. Come on now. I hate this. This is how y'all do. When you're young, you don't realize that this grown man should not be talking to me, especially if he is not family. He should not be talking to me, offering me favors, doing anything like up 3-4 o'clock in the morning texting me. He should not be doing that. Even family members shouldn't be doing you like that, fat. Not at no 16, 15, 16 years old. Stop playing with me, all right? So what we're not going to do is normalize this and act like this is okay, because it's not. All right, that's point blank and of period. Y'all can stop this video at any time and read what she said on Instagram, because I got it posted here, still shot it. She literally was trying to tell us, like, this is okay, what's going on, we need to mind our business, and she thanks her loyal fans and supporters for always having her back. And I'm glad that you guys did too, because I know this was a difficult time for her, trying to defend why she's talking to a grown man without seeming like she is, you know, being promiscuous with this grown man or making it seem like this grown man is doing something with her. So I can imagine the embarrassment and everything that she felt, and it shouldn't have went on to her as heavily as it should have went on to him. Do you get what I'm saying? We can't let him keep getting away with the shit that he has been doing. We can't keep sweeping this up underneath the rug, because he's going to end up doing something and violating one of these girls one day if he hasn't already. This is very much pedophilia behavior. I don't care how you try to put it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Point blank and period. Well, that's all that Auntie got to talk to y'all about for today, my babies. I got some more coming for you later on. You know how I do. Do all the things that I told y'all to do in the beginning of this video, because I don't like to repeat myself, my babies. I love you. I'll see you soon, all right? Bye.